Alright guys, I am struggling to stay awake, which means that I need to get going on the day. Yesterday I allowed myself a rest day because on Sunday we had our family Thanksgiving with John's family, and we're not doing another Thanksgiving because I was like, I'm not going to do 2 big meals. So I let myself rest yesterday, and now it's time to get going. And I don't need to be tired and sleeping all day today. So I am going to be cleaning out the pantry, which has been on my to-do list for a while, and it kind of stinks that it has gotten to be such a big mess. So let's look at this wonderful pantry here. It looks nice and clean, and oh my goodness, that is a hot mess, guys. So we have a lot of organizing and cleaning to do. The best part about cleaning the pantry today is that the kitchen is clean, which is really sometimes the biggest obstacle in doing all of this pantry organization, because the kitchen will be a hot mess by the time I'm done with it, but not with dishes, with this stuff. So super important that I have a clean kitchen, or else it's just going to be like too much of a hot mess. I am going to quickly amend a future statement here. In the future, I say, oh, hey, I can stack cans too high with a weight distributing item. Technically you can, however, I chose not to. I was in the store and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have to do that. So I will be creating a shelf in the future, not a weight distributing item. So FYI, what I said was not, don't follow what I said, guys. Follow your good canning rules. So I have a lot of food storage items in with my everyday pantry items, which I need to separate out. So I'm going to go through the Harry Potter closet still and see what I can put where, because I really want to, I don't have any good place to put all of my empty mason jars. Right now they're just still stacked in their boxes, or, you know, just everywhere. And I didn't show that in the Harry Potter closet. I'll probably show that here in a minute, but I need a better place for storage of everything and the long-term food storage. So I just need to figure that out. I just need to get everything out, look at everything, see what's going on, see where I can put my long-term food storage, and kind of go from there. That bird is so sassy. Did you guys see all that while I was talking? He was like trying to bite me, and then all of a sudden he was like, oh, okay, I'll give you a kiss. I love you. So sassy. It's clean. So here is my current situation. It is lots of food everywhere, lots of canned goods, lots of extra food storage. But here's my situation is, so I measured with canned goods with my 2-quart jars. So these shelves can stack 2-quart jars, and you can stack canned goods too high if you have something distributing the weight evenly over them. So I am going to take a break and go to one of the hardware stores here, and I'm going to go see if I can find something that would work to be a good weight redistributing item. And are you just playing? That's his favorite toy, is the toy bucket. Yeah, you get him. So we're gonna take a break, go and get some things, and then we'll be back. So I called one of the local hardware stores, and they have MDF board, which I think will work pretty well to separate the canning jars. And I'm gonna go over there and check stuff out, and I'm also gonna get more 5-gallon food storage buckets, because I think I'm gonna need a couple more, because our freeze dryer just came in, yay! And we need something to drain the water into when it's vacuuming out all the water. So yeah, we're just gonna head over there and do all the fun stuff. But I did just grab some clear plastic totes to put in the pantry for some food items that I just don't need to separate out, like snacks for work and stuff like that, and to put all the dog stuff in a tote and not in taking up space on my shelf. So that'll be good to have as well. I think I've decided that I want my baking and my canned goods, my stuff that I use all the time, on this side, but particularly on these shelves, maybe even that shelf, some canned goods, because this side is easier to get to because it's a straight walk from the kitchen and you open the door and you're there and you don't have to open and then turn around. And I know it seems lame, but these things really make a big difference in a kitchen when you're doing it every day, multiple times a day. So I think I'm gonna do baking, just my general cooking stuff over here, and more of my like snacky stuff that we don't really need to get to as often over here. And I'm gonna see if my flour and sugar buckets, they should fit perfect. And that way, will they fit too deep? Yeah, there we go. Sweet, so we can fit a lot in here and it'll still close. I want my flour out more because I use that way more. Okay. Oh yeah, for sure. That fits great. I'm running into the problem of where to put my vacuum sealed dehydrated items. My apples and beans that we did earlier this year. The problem is that I would love to toss them all in that tote, but if I do, I know I won't see them, so I won't eat them. So I really don't know what to do with these. I think I'm just gonna stuff them on a shelf, which is sad because they're awesome foods, but I really don't know what else to do with them, so I'll just keep thinking on that one. Okay, so here's the plan. I know it doesn't make any sense, but it does. So this is the topper, which is going to be the actual shelf. It's going to be 15 by 42 inches, and there's going to be a 1/2 inch on all sides for dowels and just space, just like give us a little wiggle room. And it's got to be 6 7/8 inch high. That was a misprint, ignore that. Because I only have a 1/2 inch to play with. I kind of did this and kind of measured it and see like, oh, like I have a whole whopping 1/2 inch to play with. So I gotta use a 1/4 inch board, and things have to be like pretty precise on the stand, you know, the legs, on the legs. So we're gonna see how this works. And I think I want to do 2 of them for right now. Maybe I want to do 3. Maybe I'll get stuff for 3, make 2, and we'll see where that goes. But that gives us some playroom to do things with. And then, so here's kind of the start of my baking situation. Lots of oats here. Lots of goodies in there, and I still have so much more to go. So I'm procrastinating by going to a hardware store. Let's do this again. I am absolutely loving this project. It was so fun, and it was so awesome to be able to do by myself and really kind of prove to myself that I can do whatever I want to do, which is awesome. And yeah, I have just loved doing this. And so my husband and I actually did our own little woodworking project for our freeze dryer table, which is so exciting. And we actually got that done a little bit ago. I mean, this video is kind of late, guys. I apologize. I have started that new job and it is so fun and so wonderful, but I'm getting used to the whole 10-hour-a-day thing, 4 days a week, and it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to get stuff done. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm quite tired all the time, and so I'm really trying to make sure I'm getting all my vitamins in, so it's not anything else than just not sleeping all the time. So anyway, it's been really fun to be able to do all these projects and to be able to have more time at home, even though I am more tired. But yeah, was such a fun project, and I just love the results. It's been awesome.
no, that's Mom's. That's Mom's, you goof. Oh, no. You don't eat those. You don't eat those, you silly.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, but it works. Yes, buddy. Perfect. Except for this one. This one needs to be a little bit lower. I don't know if you can tell I used the screws to bring it all up a little bit. So this front one needs to come down a bit. You can tell how precise I'm being. Definitely a seasoned woodworker here. Totally not my first time doing a craft like this before. All right, let's see how. Now he's really big. All right. He's just way. You know what? Once they put weight on it though, and it's still fine on the. It's still fine on the. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Okay, well, time to load it up. I apologize for the loud bird. I'm always reminded how loud he is when I go back and edit these videos because he's just really loud. One day I'll remember to bring him upstairs while recording, but sometimes they just go all day, and it's kind of hard to keep an animal locked up all day for that, you know? Yeah, so the problem I'm running into these days is that I don't know how many canned goods I need for next year. I mean, I kind of go through spurts of using stuff and spurts of not using stuff, and it's probably just because I'm new with everything, but it's hard to figure out how much to eat for a year. That is just way too exciting that I just made that. So let's make another one. Let's do it. Here we go again. It's really hard figuring out what you eat for a year, especially because all this is so new that I keep going in phases of like eating my canned goods and then not eating so much of my canned goods and eating more fresh. So that's been an interesting challenge. All right, so here is the currently finished pantry using the 2 Instant Pots. So I moved all of my appliances to the top of the shelf. I can reach them relatively easily, but I moved them from my kitchen, my under island kitchen cabinet storage, because I was storing some pans in here, and it's just so much easier. I use the pans and the Dutch ovens so much more that it just makes sense to have them in my kitchen under the cabinet where I use them a lot, rather than keep them up here and they're just a whole big mess. So I have all of my appliances there. I have it's all moved because I, of course, make a mess when I do things. So I have my fats and vinegars and honeys, peanut butters, and just other kind of stuff like that. I do have some pumpkin right there. John's hot sauces, some random mixes, like we have pudding and cornbread and fish breading. I've got my baking section here, lots of holiday baking stuff over there. And then here's where my canned goods. So I went and made these yesterday, and I can make a couple more. The problem is that I didn't take this into account. So we're gonna cut them down, the other boards down, like maybe an inch, maybe half inch, so that I can fit them in right there. But there are some store-bought canned goods. We have asparagus and artichokes here. I have extra jams, jellies, and syrups here. We have some garlic. These I have here because I wanted to do stuff with those today. So I could actually move those down here because they're dry goods that don't need to be up by the food. Tons of tuna. That's all tuna. Tomato sauces, crushed tomatoes, all of my jams, jellies, and peaches. And then we have salsa verde, all of my disposable plastic stuff. Oh gosh, what's that? Vacuum sealer, protein, because I have to have a lot of protein. And then I have my dehydrated goods here, which is awesome because I can just go like, oh my goodness, look how close all of my yummy snacks are, and I can just grab them. So that was good. I have all the doggy stuff here. I've got my squashes, potatoes, onions, and then all the snack goods down here. John was like, why do you have all the snacks in there? You have to dig through them now. And I was like, yeah, that's a good thing, because now we have to work to find unhealthy snacks. So that's a good thing, right? But I really don't want them on my shelves, just like, because there's so many little things that we haven't finished, like whole boxes of stuff. Like I have a few Rice Krispies left from like a box of Rice Krispies that I had gotten a long time ago. And I don't want a whole section for my little Rice Krispies that I don't want to buy again. So I just have all of those there because that's what's happening. Because there are just so many little things, and they just take up so much space on the shelf. And then I have my tractor supply, my larger food storage bins. I could do the bread flour there, but I don't know. Actually, that would kind of work. I don't know that I like that a ton though. I could stack it. I don't really want to. I don't know where to put it. I may just put it in the, or maybe I'll put the sugar in the Harry Potter closet, because I'll put the sugar in the Harry Potter closet because I don't use it as often as the flour. I use the flour a ton right now with all of the baking that I do, and you just don't use that much sugar. At least right now. When it comes canning season, things will be rotated out. Don't you worry. Things will be rotated out seasonally. Like, for example, I have my KitchenAid right here. My KitchenAid is not always there. It's there right now for holiday baking and all of the things that I will be doing. But actually, usually I've been switching out Sir, you get out of there. You are not supposed to be in there. Thank you. I actually will put that in the Harry Potter closet where my other appliances are, so that we can have the knife set, and it's just less cluttery, but I use it so much it just makes sense to have it out. So, Harry Potter closet time. Canning supplies that have been organized more, my onion goggles, drinks. I think I already kind of went over this in another video. Pasta machine, apple core, canning racks, new lids, pasta rack, and then food store. I know I did this in another video. That's the story, right, doggo? You're so cute. Hi. You're so cute. You're so cute. Oh, it's so sweet.